Hey, here to talk about the original 1978 Piranha. I love this movie. Might be a little biased. The film is a part of my childhood, part of my youth. Recently saw the remake in the theater. Really enjoyed it. Gave it a 7. And then I noticed, walking around my Blockbuster, that they have re-released in a, I guess, 31-year anniversary edition, the original cult classic, Piranha. So I was very happy, and I couldn't wait to see it. They didn't re-release Piranha 2, The Spawning, for some reason. I would like to see that as well. Piranha is about a bunch of piranha who have been genetically altered, if not created, by military scientists, breaking out of their pen, underwater holding pen, and getting into a river and lake system. And basically terrorizes a rural community. That's basically what it's about. I enjoy. This made me enjoy the remake better. The remake really held close to the spirit of this film. Written by the John Sayles, which is really cool. This is from 1978, so this is an old flick. I don't know if it was the first screenplay John Sayles did. I thought it might not be. I'm also iffy on the director, Joe Dante. I thought maybe this is Joe Dante's first feature length. I probably am wrong about that. But Joe Dante is an excellent director. He's officially a master of horror. He's more like the king of PG horror. He made the Gremlin films. He made Small Soldiers, the very underrated Small Soldiers. He's had a long career. I'm forgetting some of them, but the Gremlin films being the highlight. And of course Piranha. And as you can tell, Roger Corman produced it. The Roger Corman. So it's a lot of these. The John Sayles, the Joe Dante, the Roger Corman. And really, I think it all leads to an 8. A solid 8. Especially if you put it in the context of 31 years ago, the movies. Made in the wake of Jaws, obviously. But they wanted to go in another direction. Go tiny. And the movie is genuinely funny. The script, the screenplay is funny. There's humor in there. And then you get Joe Dante, who brings a certain sense of humor just to the way he directs, to the way he edits. Certainly his direction he gives to actors. I mean, he takes great care in casting, even like the small parts. He puts these familiar character actors that you would recognize, and they just nail these little parts. It really humanizes the story, draws us in, makes us laugh, and can terrorize us slightly. Also, the piranhas are designed, created by Phil Tippett. Again, the Phil Tippett. So, we've got some great special effects work. Some good practical special effects. I mean, again, 31 years ago, 1978, the special effects that they deal with, they still look really good. I wouldn't say like the movie's scary. I guess there is some tension a little bit here and there. but it does make me cringe. And that may be more personal because I just imagine the little piranha biting me. And, you know, I have a problem with that. These little razor sharp, because I got a problem with sharp edges, these little razor sharp mouths just picking away at your flesh. And when I see that, even, you know, in an old movie, it looks authentic, it looks real, and it just makes me, you know, cringe, and I almost couldn't look at the screen. Great, there of course is some hammy acting, some cheesy acting. You've got to expect that. That's par for the course. But you do have like some major character actors in this movie. You'll recognize several faces if you watch movies. Really, I can't think, you know, again, I give it an 8. I give the 2010 remake a 7. It really kept the spirit alive. There's some things in this movie, of course, like with all horror movies, where characters do things that wouldn't happen anywhere else in the world, in life, or in any other genre of film. They just do the most ignorant things. Things that you wouldn't do. And sometimes, you know, I've already suspended my disbelief this much. You know, don't push it. You know, don't push it. And there are a couple instances in that. Also, a couple characters disappear. Like, you meet these characters and you may want to have it round up or you know, just tie up or something. And it doesn't. They just are gone. And you're like, what happened to that guy? You know, whatever. So it's not a perfect movie, but it's fun. It's funny. It's smart. It's, I mean, effective horror-wise. Again, it's bloody. It's gory. The special effects are good. Again, you've got some great talent all combining to make this movie something that they genuinely wanted to do as good as Jaws, who had set the bar, first summer blockbuster ever, a few years prior. And, you know, it does a good job. It's a good movie. It's an 8. But again, this cover, I can remember going to a video store when I was 6 years old, and just picking this up and holding it in my hands. And, you know, so there's that. You know, this is a part of my childhood, and you know, but I can stay a little bit objective. This is not The Naked Gun, you know, this is not The Naked Gun, but it's really good, and it's not even Gremlins, really. Gremlins, I own, it's around here somewhere. It's not Gremlins, but I would buy this movie. If they came out with a Piranha and a Piranha 2, the spawning 2-pack, I would definitely get that. But they haven't. But hopefully they do. So, that's Piranha, the 1978 original. It's an 8. Check it out sometime. If you saw the remake or if you just like that genre of film, you will not be disappointed in any way. Piranha, it's a solid 8. Check it out. Thanks.